almost all of the ailments, right from eczema, arthritis, and whatnot. For the diagnostic purposes, the effort started in early 40s and 50s. And in different parts of the world, leaving our so-called developed countries behind, in Europe, England, America, and even up to China and Japan, they started usage of ultrasound on the diagnostic sites. And the first diagnostic was done in Australia by Dr. Dussel. And other pioneers during this period, one very important name was Professor Ian Donnell from the Glasgow. Initially, he was working with the British Navy during the World War II, and he was impressed by the use of sonar for the detection of submarines. And when he got retired from the British Navy, he joined the medical school in Glasgow. He recruited a team, and they start working on obstetrical and gynecological ultrasonography. In 1959, he noted that fetal head emits and gives clear echoes. And he postulated, and later on he proved, that by serial measurement of various parameters of the fetal head, you can evaluate the development and size of the fetus. And later on, he used this modality for differentiating various pelvic pathologies like fibroids, cysts, tumors, fluid collection in the pelvic region. Similarly, in the same period, Dr. Hovery in USA and Dr. Kitsuki in Japan, they were also working on the field of gynecological and obstetrical ultrasonography. And in the field of small part, Dr. John Weil from Minnesota, America, he published his first paper in 1958 on 117 breast nodules with 90% accuracy. So we can very clearly say that, as it is said, that Rome was not built in a day. This ultrasonography, in the initial stages, a water tank system was used, but today maybe a time will come that we will be using a pocket-sized ultrasonograph machine. Here in Pakistan, the efforts to educate the people, especially the medical doctors, on the usage of ultrasonography was taken in various parts of Pakistan, in Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, now even up to E.I. Khan. The people are training. But one of the pioneer institutes was Gyanendra Institute of Research and Technology. It was started in 1998 by Dr. Amir Gilani. He was a dedicated, devoted person with the aim and purpose to stop quickly from the medical profession, and through these 6 years, and now I'm happy to announce that we have started on new well-equipped center for the training. Until today, 5,000 doctors all across the Afro-Asian region in Pakistan and 20 Afro-Asian countries has been trained by Dr. Gilani. At the end, once again, I thank and welcome you all here. And throughout these 2 earlier days, all the efforts, how much we have been successful in dispersing the knowledge and skill in our future generation ultrasonists, it is to be judged by you. At the end, let me thank all my members of the organizing committee. Without the help of that, this mega event was not possible to carry out. Thank you very much.
We will start our program with our dedicated session, and this session is Jefferson Ultrasound Research and Education Institute, USA session. The chairman for this session is General Dr. Abdul Karim Al-Zubaydi. He is the head of radiology department in Military Medical Services and head of radiological department in Sana'a, Yemen since 1995. And the moderator of this session is Dr. Duresavi, Director of Minar Nishtar Hospital, Multan. So I request to Dr. Duresavi, please begin our program.
We are starting late, and I hope we can make up for a bit of this extra time that we have taken in starting our first session. The first lecture is by Dr. Zahid Pasha, and he will be talking about ultrasound of chromosomal. Sorry, the first. All right. See, the moderator doesn't know what the first lecture is all about. The first lecture is by Dr. Usman Shahid. I hope I have this right on. Okay. By Dr. Usman Shahid, who is a radiologist at the Mayo Hospital, Lahore, which is the hospital which is attached to the premier teaching hospital of the country. He trained in radiology and then in ultrasound from Dr. Gilani after he completed his DMRD. He was awarded a fellowship for South Korea by the on the recommendation of Dr. Gilani. He is a young, very enthusiastic doctor, and I am inviting him to the stage to deliver his first talk. Dr. Shahid.
I'm going to talk about ultrasound of Achilles tendon. Although the MRI is the modality of choice for the evaluation of musculoskeletal system, but the recent advancements in technology and equipment has made ultrasound a competing modality, and it is gaining popularity day by day. Anatomy of the structure or the region under examination is very important. Achilles tendon, it is named after a legendary warrior and hero of Trojan Wars. It is the largest and strongest tendon in human body, measuring 10 to 15 centimeters in length. It is formed by the confluence of individual tendons of gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, and is inserted onto the back of the calcaneal bone. So it connects the calf muscle to this heel bone, that is calcaneus. From its origin to insertion, the width of the tendon increases, and near the calcaneal bone it is about twice the AP diameter of the tendon. It is not surrounded by a true synovial sheath, rather it is surrounded by a paratenon, which helps the tendon in its gliding movements. So the tendon moves to point the foot downward in various activities like walking, running, jumping, going up and down the stairs. It receives its blood supply at its junction, at its insertion from the calcaneal bone, and at its origin at musculotendinous junction, and various perforating vessels, they perforate the anterior sheath of the paratenon. But various injection and nuclear medicine studies have shown that there is an area of vascular opacity that is about 2 to 6 centimeter proximal to the calcaneal bone. So this area is less resilient to the microtrauma, and the tendon is more prone to degeneration and rupture at this site of relative hypovascularity. Histologically, the tendon is composed of cellular and extracellular components. Tenocytes and tenoblasts make around 95% of the cellular components, while the extracellular component is the collagen, the elastin, and the ground substance. These collagen fibers, they are bundled into fascicles, and these fascicles, they group together to form the gross structure of the tendon, and a well-defined layer of connective tissue that is derived from the deep fascia of the leg, epitenon, that surrounds the tendon. So as regards the tendinopathy, the excessive loading of the tendon during various physiological activities is considered to be the pathological stimulus which is responsible for most of the tendinopathies. But there are certain factors which are involved, intrinsic and extrinsic factors, which are supposed to play a role in the abnormality of the tendons. The vascularity, dysfunction of gastrocnemius and soleus muscle, the age, the gender, body weight, body height, the deformity of the pes cavus and lateral instability of the ankle. These are the most important intrinsic factors playing a part in the tendinopathy. And among the extrinsic factors, there is a change in training program, the poor technique, previous injuries, and unsuitable footwear. And the environmental factors such as standing on a slippery, hard, or slanting surfaces. These account for the extrinsic factors playing part in the tendinopathy. Now the investigations, the imaging investigations which are used for the evaluation of Achilles tendon are the X-rays, the ultrasound, and MRI. X-ray is of very limited value, but in case of bony abnormalities,